Hello! Hi, and welcome to VOD of Consciousness. I'm Sientir, and you can support me at my Patreon page at patreon.com/Sientir. And I'm thinking a little bit about where exactly I want to go next. What I think I want to do is I want to look into one of these quests. So Siren here says, these are tumultuous times for Kryta. Between rival factions, pretenders to the throne, and the constant threat of the White Mantle, the Shining Blade is surrounded by strife. But our foes will find the steel of our resolve, if you get my point. They have no choice. So Crystal Method says, so you've returned for more punishment. Carmen Angelus, very good. Guess what? One of our scouts barely escaped the Bloodstone caves with his life, but he brought back a tale of a fierce, ornery Etten. More fearsome than anything we've yet slain, it was, predictably, gathering spectral crystals. I'm not sure what has addicted these lumbering hulks to the magic crystals. There's no doubt in my mind it is tied to the Bloodstone. They must be ours. Deal with this Etten a deadly blow, and bring us what is ours. Are you prepared to risk life and looks for this one last time? So I'm going to go ahead and take this quest, and the reason why I'm going to go ahead and take this quest, actually, she's got a couple others. The Blade's Essence. Hail, Carmen Angelus. Our scouts have continued exploring Bloodstone caves. As you and Gad reached the Bloodstone, they reported some pretty odd Etten behavior. These brutes are harvesting a strange, shimmering essence, perhaps to restore the dungeon's defenses. We're not really sure. One thing is certain, though. If that essence is tied to the Bloodstone, then it contains power. Perhaps we could enchant our blades with it. We don't have the numbers to deal with the beast, so I ask this of you. Bring the essence to me. Destroy anything that gets near your way. Will you do this? I'm going to go ahead and just take these, because I feel like they're all in the same spot. But the point here is I want to go back in those caves because I think I can take out an Etten with Backbreaker in the normal quest rather than the Finding Gad stuff. So back again, Carmen Angelus? Good. The Guardians of the Bloodstone Caves are harvesting arcane crystal shards deep within the dungeon. We are in need of more supplies, and in the hands of a good Fletcher, those shards can turn ordinary arrows into armor-piercing thunderbolts. Before our archers, the White Mantle will be little more than a legion of leaky flesh bags. Go, fetch me a crystal. So we can go ahead and grab those. I'm going to continue to run the same build. One thing that I will note is that Livia has joined our party now. They didn't really announce it very well, but I can add her if I want to. But I kind of don't feel like trying to deal with that at the moment. Do you have anything that specifically punishes multiple enemies for having... no energy? I don't think so. I don't know. I'm going to continue to do this. I did tweak things a little bit. I fit Draw Spirit onto her bar, and I gave Daedalon Mirror of Disenchantment. There's some argument for Aneurysm. A foe regains all their energy, but then they take a bunch of damage, and can have a huge drain on other enemies. So maybe I should try this. Maybe over like Unnatural Signet, maybe? I don't know. It's worth giving a try to, I think. I want to keep Power Drain as a way for him to help energy manage and stuff. I guess both my Mesmers are doing that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and head back out in here. Now, last time we did successfully complete all that we needed to for Gad, so we can go do rank stuff now if we want to. But like I indicated, I kind of want to continue this way. So, does Margaret use Draw Spirit? It would have to be like over here. Okay, so she will use it if she's close enough. And if I kind of move slowly enough. I'm not sure if that's worth it or not. I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't know if that's worth it. On the other hand, it helps reduce how much she. That's just that's way too tedious. That's too tedious. That's not no. That's just no. It was an idea. I've rejected the idea. What is Serpent's quickness? UZ. That ends if you're... This might be worth bringing. instead. Because, like, I can do that draw spirit thing, but it is not very good. And it technically works, but not very well. I can just go back to having her have body shot. I'm just going to go back to having her run body shot. It's fine. It'll be fine. You know what? I will micromanage her a little bit and just be annoyed. Because I'd rather not have her have famine not up when it's an appropriate time. I do want to try out more of a condition-related build at some point in time as well, like a fragility condition-related bar. So anyway, this is the button that I'd want. We're going to go ahead and go back to the dungeon. There is another quest chain I can do from Bartholos to get a hero round from this area called Heda, which is another Paragon. I probably won't do that super soon. Okay, let's go ahead and have her drop it. Get that check mark off. I think the Mirror of Disenchantment was quite helpful. Let's thread the needle. I don't want to spend too much time fighting random stuff out here, because we're going to basically run through this dungeon again. In the hopes that I can find the thing, and B, we have a bunch of enemies to kill in there. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little distracted by the fighting. That happens. Raptor. I don't even know if the energy thing is working, to be honest. I don't... If I could see famine procs, I could tell. But it's just hard to tell. I'll change it up for the next episode, but... I don't think it's... I have a reason to not just go ahead and do it for now. So I don't want to talk to the inscription stone, maybe? I forget how this works. Oh, apparently we just walk through the door. I guess. Drug? Drug is not a command. Okay. So I'm going to bring up the map. The reason why is I want to try to identify if one of these is more specifically on this level than another, and I'm not really seeing much. Okay. Well, I know that there's specific ettins that I need to go take care of. One of the other things that you'll notice is that my energy pool has shrunk a bit. There's a reason for that. That reason is because it turns out that only really works when you're in a certain territory, and caves are not a certain territory. Oh, my hand got slightly misplaced there. That was confusing. And I forgot to tell her to use famine. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Just use it poorly. It's better than you not using it. Okay, what's in this? What's up with this ruined bag? Scouting reports. Property of Saren, Gads encampment. Okay, that just tells you where to go to talk to person. I guess we haven't really done a proper dungeon, have we? No, everybody just gained a bunch of health. That's fun. These enchanted shield are kind of annoying, though. Okay, I don't know which way I need to go. I guess I'm just going to need to kind of search this a little bit. Lots of enchanted shields, which is vaguely annoying. I mean, the good news is they're draining all of their energy and stuff, and famine's up, so they're going to start taking lots of damage from wrecked energy pools. So there's that. Okay, I feel like my energy was better last time, and I'm not sure why. Oh, there's a collector down here. That's interesting. Wonder what he's collecting. Yep, got that on me. Whoa, that is a huge amount of negative energy spikes. Those visages are very strong. Okay, we're still within range of a famine. That's good. Wow, it looked like those just vanished at the same time, but I don't know how that works. This is an annoying spot. Do you ever stop fire trapping? Fire trap. Okay, and those are a couple poison traps. Oh. Pack wants stuff, and he'll give us a dungeon map and other things. That's nice. I saw a dungeon map somewhere. Oh, these guys are so annoying. How about you don't do anything instead of doing some? Yeah. Oh, I guess I could have fit whirlwinds. Oh, whatever. I've made my bar choices. I will live with them for now. Aha, already has weakness on him. Ooh, a lockpick. That's a nice drop. This might take a while, actually, just to kind of get through, because I'm looking for specific enemies, and I don't actually know where they... You know what? I probably could look up the quests on the wiki, and then I would know... Oh, there's the Paranoia Etten, so we just need to make our way over there. Ow. I hope not too much of my party tries to walk through that, because that was not nice. Yeah, these shelves and stuff like this. I do like this map because it reminds me so much of the catacombs. I just want to talk to the Beacon of Draknar because, yeah, it just gave me 20 points. Okay. So I need to go have a confrontation with this Paranoia Etten. And its cronies. Paranoid Indignation does something that apparently wrecks my casters. All of your non-zero attributes are reduced by 2, I think it said. Okay, so it gives a dungeon key, a shimmering essence, which I need for the quest, and Backbreaker. I'm going to capture, but not use. I don't need this up. On account of, I'm probably going to be leaving this level fairly soon. Shortly. I tried to make shortly and soon into like the same word, and it didn't work very well. Yes. I retained my lockpick. I got a worthless purple, but I retained my lockpick. So I might use a little bit on this level, but as you can see, okay, it's only 9, but oh, it's not even that great for me now that I look at it. You strike for plus 16 damage if your target is knocked down. If you have 8 strength or higher, this knockdown lasts 4 seconds. So, if I had... They did that at some point. So one of the things... This is a vague complaint that I have about the balancing of this game. they decided at some point in time that, or they've decided at various points in time, I should say, more accurately, throughout the development cycle of this game, that certain skills are too strong for certain professions, or should be relegated to their main profession, and they did it really awkwardly and stuff. Like, basically, my complaint is, like, this, for example, on a Paragon is just strictly worse than Devastating Hammer. It's only got its good effect if you're on a warrior, because you need strength. So, like, there have been a number of skills over the years where they're like, we really kind of want this to be locked to the primary profession, because the combination of it with secondary is a little too strong. And to some extent, I can appreciate that for PvP balance, but wow, they're really wrecking us right now. But I kind of wish they hadn't done that as much with some of the PvE side of things. Basically, it's kind of annoying that they did that. And I understand that they're like, well, this is too strong, but you get all sorts of weird, quirky crap as a result. I can give you some other examples. Obviously, this one they wanted to be linked to leadership. I have no complaints there because it's a very strong skill, and yeah, it's that seems perfectly reasonable to me. But there are other instances where it can be very strange. It's like it's not bad, but it's just not as good. Okay, so let's just continue on. So an example of the sort of thing that I'm talking about. There's some assassin stuff, I think, maybe. Oh, there was a skill that was in my brain that's like since dropped out of my head. I know that they adjusted fast casting, because fast casting, see how it says no effect for mesmer skills with an activation time less than 2 seconds? That used to not be the case, so it was a lot stronger, although the fast recharge attached to it was kind of an added thing. But like Healing Burst, for example, see how it has your smiting prayers disabled for 20 seconds line? That is to try to make smiting less good. They don't want this run with smiting prayers, because it's a very strong heal, actually. And there's a really good example, actually, off of Spear Mastery. Wild Spear. Notice how it says all of your non-spear attack skills are disabled for 3 seconds. That's because this was being abused on warriors, where they wouldn't even spec into Spear Mastery. They just use that in PvP, to be clear. And they would just use that as a... let's see. So I need to defeat the Crystal Method. I need to... Okay, Eldritch Etten is probably somewhere on this level. There's an area map over here, so I'm going to go this way. I don't have a skill 7 anymore. But anyway, so it was being used on warriors without any spec, just for this stance removal. So they're like, that's too good. We don't like that. It makes warriors a little too versatile. Or maybe dervishes were doing it too. Like anyone really could. So they wanted to make it so that way. Like, it gave a little bit of a downside, because the thing is, like, 3 seconds isn't terrible, but what it would do, we are getting wrecked by these traps here. The major thing that it did is that, oh boy. I hate it when things get horribly distinct. Yeah, my casters are like out of energy. Okay, everyone, let's just move out of the area full of traps. Yes. Okay. I don't know. We're gonna need to go that direction. So, but yeah, my point is they were not fond of how that was playing out And so they decided to add this weird awkward clause, because the thing is, having all of your skills disabled like that removes any adrenaline you've built up. There's an assassin skill that's a weird shadow stepping stance that they also did weird stuff to try to nerf its interactions. And basically, one of the things that I think is really cool about the design of this game, which is very similar to some of the stuff that's cool about like Magic the Gathering, for example, is that there's a lot of interactions that you can kind of come up with that are really strong and really interesting across disciplines or other things, or just the way that skills work even, that are really cool and really powerful. But the problem with this game is because they could actively patch, as it were, whereas Magic, they want to kind of avoid that because of physical cards, and then errata becomes super messy because it's like, well, what does this card actually do? So because they wanted to avoid that sort of issue... Ooh, another locked chest for me to open, maybe? Yeah, maybe. They decided to... or they kind of would nerf some of those really cool interactions. And the problem that would develop from that... Let's bring this seer along. Is that it feels really bad. I mean, it's kind of like, I found this really cool combination, it's really strong, then the developers are like, we don't like the game working that way, we don't want the game to work that way, and then it like removes a cool thing that you figured out how to do, or whatever, or a cool interaction. So like I said, there's this so much of that. I don't think I have any /A's in my party. I would show you, but the assassin stance shadow steps you, and then it disables like your attack skills for a second, and like it just disables a bunch of random stuff. Kept my lockpick, that's good. And it's just like, so you don't like the design of this skill then. That did cool stuff, but like maybe you decided it was too good at what it did, and I don't know. It's something that kind of annoys me, because I like the combinatoric design, and then it feels like they're saying, we don't want that combinatoric design, we think it's too strong. Why is my party constantly getting... Oh, these guys have... mass knockdown. Oh, I can't do anything. There. Yeah, I see. They've got shock and mind shock and stuff. Well, now that I've got these visages going on me, hopefully that'll help. Actually, these traps are like super aggressive, so... I should try to get away from them. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. My casters are like out of energy. And Elias has a bunch of death penalty. Everyone else is doing okay, but Elias has a ton of death penalty. Let's see. I don't care about Tomb Ettins. I imagine the Eldritch Ettin is just this way. So I'm just going to keep going this way and hope that works. This party is not doing as well on a non-story thing as I'm noticing. That's okay. There's a lot more traps and stuff here which are pressuring us more. So I'm going to move over to where the Beacon of Draknar is, because that's also a resurrection shrine. Okay, there's the Crystal Etten. So the Eldritch Etten is probably at the next level then. Yeah, the enemy stuff is weird here. It was broken, but it was a gold that time, so whatever. Okay, our monk's energy pools are fine now. That's what matters. Another locked chest over there, but my lockpick broke, so I can't do that. Where is my miniature seer? Oh, there it is. Mini pets are so much better done in Guild Wars 2, but they have this game to learn from, so... Eruption, let me out, I want to see... Oh, yeah, that was good. You notice that energy spike. I don't know why I can see the energy loss, but I can't see other stuff. That's kind of weird. It's good to kind of focus on the Crystal Etten, I think, if I remember correctly. And I've got some blind going on. Throw dirt, naturally. Okay, my party is vaguely wiping right now. Yeah, a bunch of stuff animates is the problem. Okay, well that's... Obviously I'm going to definitely want to change my party between episodes, but... Yeah, and that's kind of a largish group that ended up animating on us, so that doesn't help. More of the same sort of stuff. Yeah, blinding surge. Eruption thankfully got interrupted. Poison arrow is not a very good skill. I'm hoping that, like, by being a little bit of, yeah... focus or something, some of these other enemies will bother my dudes less, but maybe not. This is a very degen heavy composition, and we're actually down healing compared to what I normally have because I don't have, for example, the Ritualist here. So, yeah, that's why I'm doing a little bit of wiping. It'll be okay. I just need to go over here and clear stuff out again. And I'm not personally too particularly worried about it. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Need to move away from that stuff. These guys are hopefully getting their energy drains. Ooh. So this is unfortunately using the just wearing enemies out style of overcoming adversity. It's not what I would prefer to be using, but whatever. It works. Crystal Shield's a bit annoying. Oh, knocked me down with counterblow. Here's what I need. Dungeon Key and the Arcane Crystal Shard. Okay. So I'm going to need to probably just salvage a bunch of stuff. So let's just take a moment. Drop that. Okay, a bunch is probably... And there. Okay. Go on to the next level. And okay, so now I just need to do the crystal method and defeat the Eldritch Etten. That's not at all confusing. But the crystal method is not the crystal... whatever. So this one, thankfully, is a shorter floor, as you may recall. Unfortunately, they seem to have installed more of these stupid poison arrow spamming things. Oh, no, that one's not as bad. That one just spews... Okay, you guys come to us. Fear me. Fear me, I say. Alright. Important not to run into those, because they are very dangerous. Ow. Falling ceiling, dealing huge piles of damage. Yep, okay, that guy did have weakness on him from my party doing that. Important to not run into that. I mean, somehow Goran managed to do it without getting absolutely destroyed, but those things are generally pretty dangerous. More of that floor falling through. You can see that these took a bunch of damage walking into it. And that's what I want to avoid happening to my party, thanks. Yeah, you can see stuff just getting dumped on everyone. Like, the thing is, the traps do affect the enemies. I don't want to stand here very long. Because, like I said, those things hurt. Endure Pain is a weird skill. I don't know. I don't know what to think of, like, plus max health skills. Okay, yeah. That's definitely not enough enemies. And this... There's the Eldritch Etten. Fortunately, I'm kind of far enough ahead of a lot of the party that... Let's see, is this effect? Yeah, okay. That the falling ceiling didn't affect as much. So there's obviously a couple of first inscribeds in here. I would like to... Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my party here. Swapped my... spear for a moment to aggro and then back to hammer. I don't want to fight all of those groups at once. That would just be foolish. Ooh. Wow, look at all of the energy drain from the enchantments on me. That's probably wise, because the enchantments are on me. I'm basically trying to mimic a little bit a certain very powerful build that was used at one point in time. Okay, I don't want to go in there when those guys are like stacked on top of each other, so I'm going to move my party over to here. Protector stance spam. Okay, there we go. Now I'm starting to get stuff through again, maybe? No, nope, not really. What's going on back here? Let's do something about these scythes. Yeah, this build needs more energy. I do like that the enemies that are like enchanted hammer and scythe or whatever can drop the sort of weapon that they are, though. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought might happen. Inventory is full. I need to dunk some stuff I don't care about. Okay. I don't know how bad this boss will be. We're basically going to end when I kill the boss here. Sorry, I just remembered that I needed a screenshot for the episode, so... I thought I would go ahead and grab one while I was thinking about it. Crystal shield, eh? Yay! Boss down. Okay, I need to pick up the spectral crystal. Get rid of this undead bone. And, I want to get loot from that. So I'm actually going to drop some of these random whites. Okay, so that just dropped me a diamond. Okay, well, let's pick up some of these random whites. Yeah, so that's going to go ahead and bring this episode to a close. So, man, isn't that crazy looking? So until next time, everyone, take care and goodbye.